Today is September the 8th, 2023. My name is Charles Suter. Today I'm presenting a topic titled The Why Behind Your Behaviors. My main message: every behavior, including yours, is driven by an unfulfilled need. When people consciously search for the reasons behind the life they have now, they respond with surface level, socially acceptable and politically correct reasons as a ploy to save face and avoid embarrassment. Most answers are an attempt to justify their self-centric life choices and to escape responsibility, blame, accountability if their life is not to their liking. Most people cover up what they don't want to reveal or admit to themselves. Most people would prefer to condemn, to complain, and to criticize others or their circumstances than admit and take responsibility for the life they have and why they don't have the life they want. Reasons and explanations trump personal accountability. Proposition 1. Behind every expressed need is a deeper unexpressed need. Expressed needs are easier to satisfy, and you can satisfy them in your external world. The unexpressed needs, the inner world needs, not so much. People are mostly unaware of their unexpressed needs. However, satisfying these unexpressed needs offers a chance to bring the most happiness. Deeper, unexpressed, intangible needs are those needs not satisfied directly by the outer world. And they are important, more important than the simplistic expressed tangible wants. Most people never bother to probe any deeper than the more obvious answers to questions regarding their wants, motives, and purposes. Neglecting one's unexpressed needs will lead to a normal but dull and unsatisfying life for a person who is tightly tucked into a very narrow comfort zone. Proposition 2. You can discover your unexpressed needs by simply asking why questions. Ask yourself, why do I want this? By asking and answering why questions leads to deeper unexpressed needs. People usually aren't aware of their deeper unexpressed needs, motives, and purposes, at least those behind their life choices, because the real reasons are buried deep within their subconscious mind under layers of neglect, denial, guilt, shame, and fears of inadequacy. If unexpressed needs are present, they're not usually consciously recognized. Instead, a person's behavior is most often led by his expressed wants, leading to misdirected actions to satisfy the lower level tangible needs first for comfort and safety. As a consequence, these narrow, hedonistic, and limited life choices lead to a life of sameness, dullness, monotony, and an overall dissatisfaction with one's life. Proposition 3. Let's take a real-life example. Here's the expressed need. I want to advance my career. Let's start asking some why questions. Here's the answer to why question 1. The person wants to advance their career to feel successful and get respect from others. Why? To get social acceptance, influence, and power. Why? For self-esteem and self-respect. Why? Self-acceptance. And if we follow this a little further, here's the sequence of why questions. After self-acceptance, the answer to the why question is to prove my life matters and is worthwhile. And finally, why question number 6, the person admits he wants his life to have meaning and purpose. Now notice that the whys and the statements at the beginning are focused on outer world reasons, and the deeper reasons revolve in inner world purposes and reasons. When you get to a point where you start to recycle your why questions, you have reached the core purpose of your choice. There's no excuse for not knowing your deepest desires, ambitions, and aspirations, because unless you know what you most desire from life, how can you satisfy them? The more your unexpressed needs remain unrealized, the more dissatisfaction you will have with your life. And you may not even know why your happiness is limited. You must probe deeper into your lower level, tangible wants to find your higher order, intangible needs so you can satisfy them directly. You must dig deeper by asking follow-up questions. Why do you want them? Leading progressively closer to hidden needs. To get to the deeper answers, begin asking a series of why questions. For every answer you give yourself, ask why again until you reach a point where there are just no more answers. The example just given is a classic example of peeling the onion by asking 5 or 6 times why. Now, my main message, you need to discover and then focus on satisfying your deeper, unexpressed needs. Once you know your core beliefs, values, and passions, hidden behind the blinders of your conscious mind, you can begin to do something about them. Knowing the truth about yourself can never be harmful because the truth, no matter how ambitious or socially difficult its prospects, leads to insights and newfound opportunities for directly your behaviors towards life-enhancing changes. The better you know yourself, the better you can direct your actions to sources of greater success and happiness. When to accept a superficial explanation from yourself and when to dig deeper is a matter of discretion. The best time to ask probing questions to yourself is during periods of emotional upheaval, when unexpressed needs are revealing themselves by the frustrated emotions of their not being satisfied. By asking yourself, why am I upset? And then continually asking, why am I upset about that? You will get closer to an answer that you can do something about. When finding the truth about yourself, or significant others for that matter, when that's important, don't be dissuaded from asking follow-up why questions leading towards the truth. Then, proceed to find new opportunities with a more direct path as a means for realizing your previously unexpressed needs. Well, that's all for now. Remember to stay positive. You'll be happier, healthier, and live longer.